Right. Yeah, that's me. We actually kick ball for once. Yeah, a bunch of bums, kicking ball. That's. We actually kick ball for once. I am down bad, man. No introductions today. Let me get the man them in. We are down bad. But listen, we kick ball for once, people. What are we saying? We kick ball for once. There was a change in the system.
Finally, you know what I mean? Like he must have been listening to every single Liverpool content creators streams over the last week. I heard Jordan Henderson talk after the game about social media and that. I know they've been listening. They're listening, bro. So he had to do something.
100%. 100%. I think right now, right this second, every Liverpool fan is finally content with a change. Whether the change was for the better or for the worse, we just wanted to see something different. I'm not going to front. Like, even if we got smoked, there probably would have been uproar. But then after everyone might have got 24 hours of sleep, you know what? At least the brother tries something. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But listen, we are back for another episode of Big Six Bants. We're not going to run straight into Shameless City. We are going to, we're going to dive into everything that happened within the game. A little bit of the stuff that's going on with the Champions League today. So we're going to talk some of the Chelsea stuff, some of the, obviously going to Milan. Well, Milan coming to Chelsea, obviously the City game as well. So it's not just Liverpool content, but, it's good to finally talk about a win because you haven't had many of those this season. I think it's the third win in all comps this season, and we're in October. So that shows you how much up in the mud we are. You got Trent, who has his OnlyFans bio, OnlyFans link in his bio for all wingers available. You know what I'm saying? You got Virgil heading the ball like you don't want to fuck up his waves. You got Fabinho playing like the light-skinned Voldemort. You've got Mo Salah with more highlights in his hair than this season. It's mad. You know what I'm saying? Bobby shining brighter than his veneers. These are off the dome, by the way. I swear to God.
I know you must have read
He's definitely got his notes up on the page.
I swear to God.
Them actors, you see the actors, you can't trust them.
I know.
On my life, those ones were actually off the dome. I can't lie. I'm proud of myself for that one. I have a few more probably in my head, but I'm gonna stop there because them ones were the good ones. But listen, I'm serious though. As much as the jokes you want to make, Salah ain't got no highlights. He's got the little blonde things in the hair. That's it. That is it. You know what I'm saying? So listen, big up everyone in the chat. Make sure we smash a like. Obviously, make sure you go and subscribe to the Jerry James Show. Obviously, make sure you follow G on all the subs, on all his socials as well. You'll find G on Jerry's channel. You find him on Saint LFC TV. You find him over here. Find him everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just find him on the Sam's channel as well. Here, there, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Big up everyone. And yeah, man, we've got already 14 people from the jump. We're not even 3 minutes in. So yeah, big up everyone. Glad to have you here. Bit of an early stream today. And the Europa League, the European roundup as a whole will be available tomorrow. We're going to go live tomorrow as well with all the man them again. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. But man them, Jerry, I'm going to start with you. What we thinking of the game? How are you feeling?
I'm happy. I don't want to start off too negative, innit? And for me, it's like I wanted to see more radical changes. That's just me. I wanted to see something completely different. When I hear the word reinvention, for me, that's a drastic change, innit? That's like, I mean, if I said I wanted to reinvent myself as a person, for me, that's a 360. And we haven't done a 360, but we made changes. Yeah. And look, we played well. Like, it was probably, by all accounts, probably the best performance we've had this season, I'd say. Considering the pressure on the game, considering the form that we've been in, I don't really look at that Bournemouth game as a game. For me, that's just an anomaly. I just forget about that game. But it's a weird one, isn't it? It's like, how do I rank this win? Is it did Liverpool play really, really well and make Rangers look shit, or were Rangers just really bad that they made us look good? And in previous seasons, I would have always said, yeah, man, Liverpool make teams look rubbish. That's how good we were. But because we've been so bad, I don't really know where to judge it. And I'm going to need 3-4 of these performances back to back for me to be like, actually, we just played really, really well. But just focusing on the game, I mean, look, we played really well. Rangers didn't really offer us a threat at all, like in the game when you think about it. I know they had a couple chances near the end, but I mean, they just like that forward line, especially in the first half, just didn't do anything. And it looked like the change in formation, the kind of adjusting to that or that movement to the 4-2-4, 4-4-2, it worked in our favor. We saw Salah, we saw Jota play well. Nunez had a decent game, could have scored a couple of goals. Henderson played really, really well in that double pivot as well. And
really, very surprised.
He played well. He's done way better than Fabinho has this season. So look, for me, he starts the next couple of games.
We're gonna get to that because I got crucified for saying Henderson starts on the weekend in the space yesterday. They crucified me.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Some of the man in the spaces are mad. But yeah, just to sum it up, like, look, it's a good result, not a great result. I mean, when you think about it, like Liverpool should be winning this game. We should actually be battering Rangers to man for man. We're far superior, like in every department. So
yeah,
this is like an expected win, but because of the form we've been in, and I mean the fact that it was like I said, it was probably our best performance this season. It is a positive, but we'll have to wait and see whether that carries on in the next 2 or 3 games. Like, I mean, by the end of October, I'll be able to judge this game better in hindsight. So, yeah.
100%. No, I agree, man. I think Henderson defo should start on the weekend. We're gonna get to what our combined 11s might want to be against Arsenal in a bit. Just before I come to you, I'm just gonna hit some of these comments, innit? Big up Pablo, always in the chat. Big up my brother Monster, the Big Six Bands family. Big up yourself, bro. Chelsea OG in the house. Make sure you go subscribe to Chelsea OG as well, man. Doing his thing over there on the blue side. You got a big game today, so you got, you ready? You got Milan. Cock-a-doodle fucking do, bro. Cock-a-doodle fucking do. It's time. You know what I'm saying? You ready? Liao? Giroud? In fact, no, Giroud. Giroud. Hey, don't lose.
I've got Giroud scoring tonight. Still.
Yeah, hey, Chelsea OG, brother. I know this sounds mad, me chatting, but don't lose because I will be coming for Potter and Hagrid and them, man. At left back and that. I'll be coming for you, man.
That's a Hagrid,
You see it. Big up Solo in the chat. Good to see you as well. Big up the trio. No chocolate biscuits in that to kill me.
Come on,
I said light skin Voldemort. I felt bad about the light skin Voldemort because I love Fab in it, but like he's been moving
like an Uber driver and goals on a Friday night, man.
Yeah, he's doing
socks, full kit wanker.
Uber driver thing.
There you got Astros and you got the socks pulled up to the top.
Yeah, 5-a-side man that wears shin pads and ankle protection. Them man, one of them man. Stay far away from them man on the 5-a-side.
Guys, there's no problem wearing shin pads if you want to stay safe while playing 5-a-side. Don't let these guys.
What are you trying to say?
Serial killer attitude,
bro. I don't even wear shin pads on 11-a-side, let alone
even the ones you just put into the sock. G's got them ones that he's got strap in. Like,
wraps around 3 times. You know when the underguard, the ankle guard,
the underguard's attached. It's attached. Yeah.
Hey guys, don't listen to these.
Ankles are like this big, bro.
The Umbro ones, the Umbros are looking like cricket back protectors, leg protectors.
Hey, nah, you lot are dumb. Hey, don't listen to them. I don't even wear shin pads, but I hate them, bro. They're too bulky.
Hey, nah, man, that is killing me. Arab says Virgil van Douchebag finally back. I mean, that's a new one. That is a new one. Wow. Can Virgil Virgil needs to earn his name back though. He ain't got his name back here, in my opinion. He can. When people say Virgil van Durag and that, I don't even flinch anymore. Like, you man can have that now. You man can have the nickname. Before a year ago, if someone said Virgil van Durag, I'm getting hot. I'm exploding. Now I'm like, I can't even protect you, bro.
All that happens when I hear that type of stuff. I just get out my Spotify, put my earbuds in, and then just Alexa, play "Oh My God, What Happened to Virgil?" And I just listen to that and just close my eyes, bro. And just close my eyes. There's nothing to say, man.
It's actually that, man. But some more of the comments. Springer says, 8 months. I know you always violate Arsenal, but on a real, you're not thinking twice about the game on Sunday. Oh, I think we're getting smacked. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think yesterday was hard. Yeah, hard. We fucked them up, but them man are champion, not championship level, but them man are relegation.
No, they are still. They are.
Yeah,
still.
like they're
they're not it. Like Rangers aren't it. I know, man. Them talk about, oh yeah, their thing's hostile. And Callum was saying on Coppish, pick up Coppish by the way yesterday, telling me that it's hostile over there at Rangers. I said, bro, them man aren't Power Rangers. You don't think they are? It's totally spy settings. G, it's not.
Now,
man aren't it. G, like,
the reverse fixture is going to be different. I think it's going to be different. I think we've seen, man, like when we go to, even when we went to Old Trafford, that atmosphere was decent from a United standpoint, and you could see like the players shrunk in it. Our players shrunk, and we're not used to that. So the Ibrox will be telling. We saw it at Napoli as well. Do you know what I mean? When you go to Italy, like them cauldrons there, we have shrunk. So the Ibrox will be a completely different game. I think at home that was the easier part of the battle of the war, innit? Like we won the battle, but we still got that return leg, and I don't know, man.
I think we're smacking them both legs, innit? I'm gonna be real. If I know Anfield's the thing, but yo, them man looks so inferior. I remember watching that final last year and thinking this level of ball is dusty.
Definitely.
I was watching this game thinking I just want them man to win for the culture, but realistically, dusty. Like their counterparts, their final counterparts played against Spurs, and that was just as dusty. Fossil football at its finest. But we do have a super chat. Big up Selection in the house. He says, if we continue with the 4-4-2, would you guys be concerned with Thiago's role? He seems to be the one actually getting dirty. He's injury prone. We're gonna get to that because Henderson was actually the more creative of the two. Now we don't know if that's a clock thing or we don't know if it's a depending on the opponent type of thing. Maybe this was just for this game. Maybe Henderson might be given the more reserves role against an Arsenal if you go with this formation. I'm not too sure in it, but let me just hit a few more of these comments. Ara says, Mons, can Liverpool get a win against either AFC or City? Brother, I think we're getting a draw in both. I know that sounds weird. I don't think we're losing either game because we just don't. Liverpool, we just hate losing, but we seem to hate winning right now in this crap form. I think right now we're just addicted to draws. It's probably all those times I kept on saying Dorchester United to United fans, and now it's finally come back to bite me. So clearly, football is just about karma. It's not a great result, says Mr. Maverick. Is there going to be Darwin talk? Just don't say the negatives. He has positives from that game. No. Listen, we're gonna get to Darwin Nunez as well.
We're gonna get to Darwin.
Like G says, make sure you smash the like. There's 30 people in the house already as well, so make sure you smash the like button. Mr. Maverick says, "Are you nervous facing Arsenal?" Listen, we're gonna get to this. You know what I'm saying? So let's make sure you all subscribe. Yes, we are 6 subscribers off of 2,200 subs. So if you are new, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your auntie to tell your uncle to subscribe to the channel, and make sure you subscribe to the Jerry James Show as well. So, G, what we saying? I mean, new formation. We've been crying out for it. It was like a 4-2-3-1 on the ball. Sorry, it was like a 4-2-3-1 going forward, 4-2-4 type of thing. And then obviously off the ball, it was that flat 4-4-2. You know, what are you thinking? Is this something we go forward with, or is this something that you go back to the 4-3-3 on the weekend just so we know what we're doing, or would you just go gung ho 4-4-2 against these guys at the Emirates?
I'll be so real. I ain't even trying to see that 4-3-3 ever again in life. Like I'm like Jerry. Like I kind of. When he said reinvention, I was expecting really a 360 kind of, we're going to go 3 at the back or, something crazy kind of thing. But I can't then discredit him for at least changing it. So the fact that he's been able to do that, a lot of people were getting at me when I done my team selection yesterday and I had Henderson in a pivot and they were like, Henderson can't play in a pivot. Well, we saw yesterday what he can do in a 2 alongside someone like Thiago. There's only really like positives take from the game, but it's like Jerry said, man, it's difficult to really gauge where we're at with a performance like that against one of the shittest teams that we faced this season. Do you get what I mean? And if we're being real, we probably should have slapped them maybe 5-6-7-0. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's where I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, all right, maybe obviously it might just be a question of just not being clinical enough. That's cool. Obviously, if we can fashion these kind of chances. Obviously, this weekend is the test. If we play like we did yesterday, I don't see us winning. But if we can play better than that with this formation, I'm with Klopp. I'm saying, all right, cool, let's run this formation. I don't know what you do against City because that's another level up, and it seems like we're going in stages. You trial it out against Rangers, you then get a test against Arsenal, and then the real test comes against City because we're going to be at home and stuff like that. So it's
So,
it's encouraging, shall I say? It's encouraging to see so far.
just to like touch on something that you said as well. You said you never want to see the 4-3-3 again. So going forward now, we're saying 4-2-4, 4-4-2. You don't think you never see Liverpool going back to this 4-3-3? What about if we was to get the centre mids that we needed to make that 4-3-3 that served us so well for so long efficient again?
This is why I say Liverpool are funny, because the reality is we know how Klopp is. Klopp is very stubborn in what he does. Klopp's the type of person that will, because he's now landed on a tactic, he'll just end up running with this tactic for the rest of life, kind of thing. So does that then change what he then looks for in the transfer market? I don't really know. I don't even know what we're looking for in the transfer market, let alone what he's looking for now. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see whether, I'll just use his name just an example, does a Jude Bellingham fit in a 4-4-2/4-2-4, 4-2-3, whatever you want to call it, formation, or does he look at someone else and say, nah, you know what, someone else kind of works a little bit better?
Let me just caveat that as well, because I think that now that it's no longer a 4-3-3, or it's a possibility that there might be a shift from the 4-3-3, what's really interesting to me is that I kind of switched my eyes from a Bellingham to now Valverde. You know what I'm saying?
Valverde is hard, though. Valverde is hard.
That way. You know what I'm saying? From like a Barella to maybe a Marcus Llorente. You know what I'm saying? Or a Leon Goretzka. That type of guy. You want one of those guys now, because when it comes to the two-man pivot, you kind of need to be a bit more mobile than what we've actually got. And you kind of need to, again, I think two in that midfield rather than three requires you to cover even more ground than usual, unless the second striker is going to drop more in the 10. So if Firmino's going to be willing to do that, or Jota's going to be willing to do that, then fine. But I still think there's, do you know who I think would actually be really good in that 4-4-2 pivot with it in their best time at Liverpool? Probably Oxlade-Chamberlain. Because of the probably Oxlade-Chamberlain.
He probably would be, you know.
But he's just crap now. So
but I don't know, because the reason why I think that 4-4-2 works for the players that we got now is because on the defensive, they join up with the two centre backs to make a box. So essentially what they say is, when we're dropping back, and you saw it, no one comes into that box. If you come into that box, we're going to get snuffed out and pressed, right? But we're going to let you have the ball out wide. We're going to let you have the ball out wide and shift across as a unit. Do you get it? But if you come into that box, that's where we went and pressed intensely. So a Chamberlain, has he got the discipline to go and do that role? I haven't seen that in his game. A lot of the time when I criticised Ox was because he wouldn't have that discipline. He'd bomb forward and he'd want to attack a bit more. What you saw with Henderson is that he was very, very disciplined in what he did. Like, he wasn't like an Elliott that's just marauding around. He stayed inside that box. He didn't overlap Trent. He wasn't doing that. He stayed central and they just literally moved across as a box like that. So it's interesting. I think Goretzka is the type of player you'd need for that. I think a player that's defensively kind of switched on, but can obviously get forward as well and press when need be. But it's a weird one for me, because how do you, unless we start seeing a Trent coming inside and doing what Zinchenko does for Arsenal, or what Walker does for City, where they come in and be part of that midfield, we're going to get overrun. And my worry is, like, looking to the Arsenal game, when Zinchenko comes inside, we're going to get overloaded in the midfield if we play this formation. If we just play with that 4-4-2, and you've got Diaz, Jota, Salah, and Nunez trying to do the press, if they beat that first press, our midfield is gaping, it's open, because you're going to have Xhaka. Of course he's going to bomb forward, but he's going to be on that inside left channel, right? You got Zinchenko that comes in, and then you got Partey and Odegaard as well in midfield. That two's going to get swarmed by the four. It just is. So I don't know how it'll be interesting to see if we play this formation, this 4-4-2 or 4-2-4, whatever, if we can actually combat the three-man midfield. I think that's the interesting thing I'm looking for in
You know what's mad as well? You see players like cool. Let's say we play this formation, yeah. Where the players like, because we saw what happened yesterday when Elliot and Milner, Fabinho, yeah, when those three came on, we went back to type basically. Where does Elliot, Carvalho, where do they fit into this whole 4-4-2, whatever you want to call it, 4-2-4? Because
that's easy. They don't. They don't. On loan. On loan, maybe.
That's what I've been saying for time, but no, I hear you. I fully hear you. I fully hear you.
You go and get your Savages. You go and get your Goretzkas. You go get those guys. You don't go and get, unless you want Carvalho playing as a second striker. Then that's the most I see. Maybe this formation probably even suits Curtis Jones a little bit more. This 4-4-2 might even suit Curtis Jones. We might, because like I'm not saying bang him as a second striker straight away, dash him second striker, but he can actually go do what he wants to do with his dribbling further up if he wants to do that. I'm not talking about in the pivot. I'm talking about maybe as a second striker, because there's times where I think this formation suits the back line way more. Yeah, I know people saying it suits the midfield. I think this suits the back line a lot, because I think the one thing I saw from Trent, this formation took bare pressure off of Trent. Also, Rangers didn't pressure Trent, but the reason why I say this formation took pressure off of Trent was because Henderson was a lot closer to him, for one. And when you have four attackers to aim at, Trent was just slapping it between the lines every time he got the ball. He'd feint to play it to Salah, and then he'll just slap like what Thiago, like what Thiago does, and then he'll slap it in between the two midfielders, straight to Darwin Nunez or straight to Jota, and it was happening every time, and he was finding the pocket inside. Like, I think for me, the more options Trent is given through the lines, the less pressure it is on him. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. That's what I'm saying. Let me just hit some of the comments. There's so many comments, guys. Keep it up and keep smashing the like, people. Comments are going crazy. Napoli bullying everyone in that group. They chose violence this season. Real chat. I saw 1-0 and then next thing I saw 6-1. I don't even know what to say to that. I'm gonna be real. Darwin had a good game in my opinion, just didn't get his goal. Yeah, I think the next topic is going to be Darwin, to be honest, on his performance. I didn't want to speak on his performance because I'm one of the guys that thinks he's arse. So I have to give him his flowers.
Oh, don't worry, you're not alone there. You're not alone there.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Chelsea says Jones. Nah, listen, don't laugh at the Jones thing, G. Carvalho plays the Jota role. First of all, I wouldn't say the Jota role. He had to play there today, not the Jota role. I'd say no more, my bro. And I think it's more of like a second striker kind of thing. Big up RK in the house. Big up Bakar Rain as well. He says mileage giraffe. I don't know what that means. Pablo says I reckon 5. So obviously I wanna speak about Ben Davies and obviously Darwin Nunez. So Darwin Nunez for me, it was a decent little performance from him. I think he got a lot of freedom and his movement was a massive issue for them. But is this due to them being crap, or was this due to Darwin Nunez being a nuisance? Because I think Darwin Nunez he's not a conventional 9. He does like to run the channels. He does actually like to get wide. For someone who can't dribble, he likes to get wide an awful lot. It doesn't make sense. But his runs were really causing trouble for them. He's always wants it in behind. That's one thing he always gives you. He's like, and we can laugh at Henderson's first time over the top. We can laugh at that all we want, but it was messing them up. It was messing them up. Like, I think there was one where Henderson didn't even look. He just hit it. And Darwin Nunez nearly found himself in on goal. Is that something do you think potentially that could cause damage to maybe a potential Arsenal side? Or do you think maybe the likes of Saliba has too much composure for that to happen too often?
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Like, Arsenal are a way better team than Rangers, so you would think that they would be able to kind of handle that in essence. But like, I've seen Darwin Nunez enough to know, as you just said, his movement is really, really good off the ball kind of thing. Like, he makes those runs in behind. He does cause some type of kerfuffle to the back line of the teams that he plays against. So I definitely have to give it to him there. It's just I'm just not that convinced by the guy that he's gonna be the one who's gonna get us the goals that we need. I just feel like against a team like Rangers, I mean, we needed 2 set pieces to finish off the game. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and that was kind of telling for me in that game. Everyone's saying, "Oh no, give him time. Don't worry. His time will come." And I do agree. Maybe his time will come. But as I said in the group chat, what's that like? What 10 goals a season? Like 12 goals a season? Like I expect Jota to get that with his eyes closed. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if Jota's getting those kind of numbers, what did we sign him for? Did we sign him to be another front free player? I thought this guy was supposed to be a number 9, someone who's coming in to get me my 30 goals a season. Harry Kane, Haaland, those kind of players. I thought he was going to be that. So I just don't see Arsenal having too much problems with someone like a Darwin Nunez. I feel like they would just let him do his like runs here and there. I feel like Saliba and Gabriel might be able to just kind of handle that. And you've got to remember, this guy's a hothead. We saw it yesterday, man. Like he's getting in people's faces and stuff like that. They'll use that to their advantage, like in the game. So I feel when
Can
it comes
be
to
used to our advantage though? Because I like that. I do like that to an extent. If it's used in the right way, I think that's
if it's used in the right way, then yeah. Like if it's used in the way that maybe Suarez used to do it and get in people's faces and do whatever he used to do, then yeah. But I just feel the way that he does it, I feel like he will always want, like he will just toe the line because of just his natural nature kind of thing. And I feel that players like Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel especially, like I feel like these kind of players will want to play on that. And once you play on that, you're not going to get a switched on Darwin Nunez. You're going to get someone who's frustrated, someone who's throwing his hands up in the air, someone who is moaning a bit, while he's walking around the pitch kind of thing. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I will drop him this weekend and I'll put Bobby in instead of him and then put maybe Bobby or Jota up top if you're going to play this formation. But we'll see.
Yeah, I hear it. God,
yeah, with me, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because talking about Arsenal, it's like that those runs he was making, they were difficult to pick up because at one moment he was out wide. So who picks him up because he's out wide with Salah? So does the centre back go across? Of course, he doesn't go across. So then there's just space for Jota to float around, right? He then pop up on the left. He'd then be coming deep. He'd then be going in behind. And when you've got that can unsettle the defenses a lot. And albeit they played with a 3 at the back, so there was actually less space than there would be against an Arsenal because Zinchenko's going to try to get forward. If he goes and does that, they'll be lopsided to a certain extent because you're going to have Ben White that's going to obviously be, he's going to get forward, but not nowhere near as much as Zinchenko or even Tierney if he plays in that game.
Yeah,
I think you need those. I think you need those runs in behind to go and cause them a problem. I think if you look at what United did to them, it's the use of Rashford and and those type of players to exploit the space in behind. And I think in our team, he's actually the best at doing that. He is the best at exploiting that space in behind. That ball just to stretch the pitch and chase those lost causes. Salah, for me, ain't got the legs like that anymore. Hence why he's actually got to drop a bit deeper and come inside. I haven't seen him really rinse his man like that in time now. Diaz, obviously, he wants ball to feet.
Yeah.
Jota can do that, but I think Nunez is actually the best at that. I think he's got to play in order to give the space for Jota, for Salah to come inside and start creating. If you play Bobby's natural tendency is to drop in. That means you've only really got Jota that's going to sometimes drop in, sometimes go in behind. And that's easier to pick up than having 2 players that do that. It's a tricky one. With Nunez, I was saying on the channel yesterday, on my channel with G, he reminds me a lot. I think what we're going to see from him at least this season, he's going to be like a Heskey. And what I mean by that is he's going to go and do a lot. No. We're saying that, but like, listen, he got like the most amount of goals he ever got in the Prem, right, was 14 goals. 14 goals. And that was in his 3rd season, right? Apart from that, he was getting 3, 7, 6, 9 goals. It weren't anything major like that. But we know how important he was for Owen to play well. Now, he could be that player for a Jota or for a Salah to give them the space to be able to go and score the goals. Now, it will be a travesty because we paid 65 million on a player like that. But I think that's how he can be effective. Because if he plays like how he did yesterday for every game for the rest of the season, it's probably like a 6, 7 out of 10 every game, like give or
Yeah,
take.
we're gonna have
and that's not the end of the world. Of course, we want the 30-goal striker, but maybe
Would you go
he's
out and
not that
sign a
striker.
30-goal striker then?
Pardon?
Would you go out? Just sorry to cut you, but would you then go out and actually just sign a number 9 then to then play with someone like a Nunez, for example?
No, but think about it. Then why have we got Salah? In a game, you're never going to have 4 strikers that get 30 goals, innit? 3, 4
No.
strikers that
But
get
I mean,
30
like,
goals.
we're saying, obviously, we're like you're saying, obviously, you just used the Heskey analogy. All right, cool. So then, who gets the goals? Let's take away Salah's penalty, because if he doesn't get the penalty, but he doesn't, like, we're seeing that he doesn't really score like that anymore. He's looking like, anyway, since the turn of the year, he's not really scoring at the same rate as he was before because of the importance on him. So I'm saying then, if we're going to have Nunez, no problem. If he's going to do that Heskey role, I've got no issues with that. If you can get a player who can get you Salah numbers at least, kind of thing.
But I think what it is, it's going to have to be it's going to have to be a bunch of players getting bunches of goals. So it's going to be Jota that gets a bit, Diaz that gets a bit, Salah that gets a bit. Because I don't think, for me, that pressure on getting goals is on Salah. We gave him that massive contract. Regardless of what your role is now, you're still the brother to go and get the goals.
Yeah,
I hear that whole thing about we're giving Nunez and we've paid that amount for Nunez. But in the hierarchy, he's earning about 70, 80 bags a week. Salah's, on 300 bags more. So it's one of those ones where, sorry, you're the main guy. You need to get us out of this mud.
Yeah,
you're the one to get us out of this mud. Like, you're the one to go and get the goal. So when he's not scoring, that's the problem. And I get he's got to go and do a different role, but that means he's got to be creating more. He's got to play more like he did yesterday, where he's creating so many chances. He's almost becoming a creator instead of a goal scorer, where he's doing them slide rule passes where it's you're 1-on-1 with the keeper, finish now. If he keeps doing that and we're not scoring, I'm not looking at Salah and saying, oh, he's playing poor. You get it? Like, if he's creating chances like that, I'm not going to look at Salah and be like, he's not playing poor, because players are figuring him out. Like, Salah's getting figured out now, isn't it? You know he's going to make that out to Imran. Do you know what I mean? You put a PMP fullback on him and he struggles nowadays. Do you know what I mean? He struggles. So
yeah, I hear it. First of all, just a bit of housekeeping. Again, 45 people in the house, only 29 likes. So you don't already know what I'm gonna do. Make sure if you're here, hit the like button. This is, you know what it is? I know we're not crying for once. We're not angry. We're not hot. We're not talking over each other. We're not saying, no, he's shitter. No, he's arse. No, he stinks. You get it? This is actually this is statistical. This is we're talking about systems. We're talking about in-depth analysis. And my cat's trying to escape the room. But yeah, this is, you know what I'm saying? This is good stuff. We're not crying for once. So I know you guys want to see us crying, because listen, we're most hated, but I've still got man asking me months. I beg you go beat Arsenal this weekend. Hey, I beg you go beat. I got rivals telling me, months, go grab a dub. Simmer these Arsenal man down. We're not even most hated anymore. Do you remember what it was like to be hated, man? Them don't even hate us no more. They don't even mind if we win. It's tough out here.
So much.
When you become the side man, that's what happens, isn't it?
It's tough. It's tough out here. It's tougher than Mane's hair. When he had hair, it's tough out here. You know what I'm saying? But listen, big up everyone, and make sure we smash that like button. Make sure you go and subscribe to the Jerry James Show. What's the next milestone? 500?
500, yeah. Like
500,
40 away from 500.
Yeah, like let's get that moving. And also myself as well. I'm not far from 2.2. We're literally like 5-6 subs away. So let's make that happen. And make sure we smash that. I want to see 75 likes minimum for this video. So we're on 36. So make sure we keep liking the smashing the like button as we walk in. Pablo has a few comments I wanted to read out. One of them says, you're forgetting Jota is behind him. If he misses the ball, Jota is there. That's the whole point of a support striker. Yes, but I think with Jota's snapshots and his instincts and his dribbling obviously being better than Nunez's, I think we do maybe prefer Jota to be the one leading the line, because Jota ain't slow, you know, like and he can run too, like he's no slouch. You know what I'm saying? I think Bakar says everything except a goal that will come if he plays to his strengths. Speaking on Darwin, I do think so. Because I think if Darwin had his shooting boots on, he gets 4 goals. Darwin gets 4 goals against Rangers. Let's be real.
Yeah, he should have.
I don't think their goalkeeper was as good as everyone says he was. I think most of the shots were at him, in my opinion. Darwin in his first season at Benfica got more assists than goals, but he scored. But his second season, he got 30 plus goals. He will definitely come good. Premier League's a different league 6 times, but I hear what you're saying. Assad said you can't play 2 in midfield versus Arsenal, though. Partey will nyam Fabinho and Zinchenko will drop and make it a 3. Odegaard will also have more space. It's peak. Come on, you Gunners. Assad, you make me sick.
Bro, you're actually shameless, Assad.
You're a Chelsea fan. You make me sick.
Talk, bro. You're shameless.
You make me sick.
That's like me saying, yeah, I want Man United to win. Nah, fuck that. Fuck Man United.
Allow me. Yo, sorry. That's mad. Super chat there. Smash the like button, my people. You already know what it is from my alter ego, my alternate personality telling you guys to smash the like button. Big up Ilias in the house as well.
Ilias.
Good to see Ilias in the house. Assad also says Liverpool have to play right through the middle of Arsenal. Play Jota and Salah up top because of the pace, and Firmino in the 10-4-3-1-2. Oh, you're on some FIFA thing. Really
Rodgers. Let's throw it back to Brendan Rodgers.
Diamond, you're doing up diamond settings. 4-2-3-1 with Bobby or Carvalho in the 10.
Baby.
I hear it. Tell Jota he's coming up against Saliba this time around. Oh, fair enough. Ooh. Fair enough. I didn't know. I didn't know Jota.
Gabriel's that weak link in that team, though, man.
100%.
Like that's why I want to play Nunez, because Nunez is someone that's gonna run around him. You know, just like a little trip up in the box, and it's just like, oh look, there's another penalty.
Pablo made also a point that Bobby was stinky when you come on. I personally think Bobby's never really been the guy to come off the bench anyway.
Yeah.
But like, I think
he's not an impact player.
Yeah, he's not really an impact player. Like he's not as agile as he was to be an impact guy. Like he's not gonna come on like PSG settings. He's not gonna be he's not doing this anymore. Unfortunately,
that FIFA celebration's rinse, bro. That's done.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I hope that celebration's broken a couple controllers in it. But yeah, I think that Firmino for me does suit the 4-4-2 if he starts. Like for me, if he starts, and I think if it doesn't work, then you bring on Darwin Nunez to make it more robust. You know what I'm saying? Because I think
go on.
I just think that because you know what it is, because Salah should be scoring more, but I think that first of all, Salah cooked yesterday in terms of creative wise. Salah was cooking yesterday.
No, good,
but I think that the service he's given isn't being given to him, and a lot of the times I saw him throwing his arms up. I don't know if you guys spotted that. Throwing his arms up quite a lot. The one time Diaz actually opened his body, it was a badly placed pass. You know, like the one time the ball was cut back by Nunez, Salah actually wasn't there for one of them. You know what I mean? So I think Firmino maybe bridges the gap between, rather than everything being created for Nunez, a little bit goes back to Salah, because every time Salah's cutting it in, he's just passing it back to the keeper, bro. And every time Diaz cuts it in, he just hits it wide. I'm sorry, like, I'm tired of my wingers doing that every time they get the ball. We didn't score a goal from open play. That's one thing is a big worry for me. Sorry,
Salah's for Salah for me has got to be more effective coming inside than shooting. He just has to. Like that curling shot he's done. Like apart from, do you know what I mean, that Chelsea goal he scored, like it's not even, it doesn't look natural. Like he doesn't look like a curler. That was like, it never looks like he's really gonna threaten. It's just some like stiff foot that's just going in. For me, he's got to be more effective. No, but it's true. He's got to be more effective when he's cutting in and taking that shot. He's got to be able to reverse that shot, like rapid. Do you know what I mean? And that's for me. This is the evolution of Salah's game. Like you can't keep doing this on the last man running type of player. I think if we played Bobby in the formation that we did, we ultimately start playing with a free midfield again, because he's going to drop so deep to get the ball, right, that we just play with a 4-3-3 anyway. So we're going to do the same thing. I think the difference we had in that game.
You think Bobby doesn't have the discipline to play as a striker? You think he doesn't have the discipline for that?
He doesn't have the discipline, but not only that, it's not his natural game to just stay there and be on the last man and drop in a couple times and just set it for just first touch, set it, and then get back into the box.
But
We
do you,
saw Nunez done that.
do you not think he can? Because Jota was able to do that in terms of Jota was disciplined enough not to run in behind every time, or
No. But they were swapping though. If you saw it, if Nunez dropped in, Thingy went in behind. For me, Bobby ain't got the legs to keep going in behind, man, and just chase them lost causes. He hasn't. That just random ball sprayed out wide. Like, he's not going to do that. He needs to get it to feet. He needs to get it to feet. And we've seen, like, when Bobby's played, it's been Diaz that makes that run and he drops in. It's never the other way around. But what you saw with Nunez and Jota is that one of them was dropping, the other one was spinning in behind. And it meant that it was causing issues for the team. I think if you play Bobby with that 2 in midfield, I think you're looking for trouble because he's going to try to get on the ball. And when he tries to get the ball that deeper, that the defense can just step up, and then they know, all right, it's just Jota going to spin in behind. That's the way I'm seeing it, because I don't think we're going to have as much possession as we think against Arsenal. You know,
I think
once we're going to be the ones that's not going to have the possession. I think they are going to put it. I think that first 20 minutes, it's going to.
That's why I think the game is going to be key. That's why I think that the game on Saturday is very key, because we start very poorly in games. Bar yesterday, but we started fast, intensity, and all that crap. Usually, if you look at it, Liverpool always concede. I think I saw the stat the other day. We're bottom of the league when it comes to first half. That's
20th. That is horrific.
We're actually 20th in the league when it comes to first half results. So that kind of tells you that we don't start well in games. And against a team like Arsenal, who I think and you got to remember, Arsenal are going to be coming into this game. Forget even, yes, okay, they're in form and stuff like that, but they're actually playing well. So they're going to be coming into this game saying, you know what, we can actually beat Liverpool. We're at home. The onus is on us. Why can't we beat Liverpool? They're not that good anymore. They're not the Liverpool of, of last seasons and seasons before. So they're going to come in with a bit of a bounce into the game. So that's where I feel that first 20 minutes, if we can, quieten them down and, turn it back into the library like it used to be, then maybe we get a foothold in the game and stuff like that. I'm just worried with the two is that, yes, Henderson was more disciplined and stuff like that. And I think that was quite good. But you saw yesterday, Thiago's game, his game was kind of nullified, if I'm being totally honest with you. Like, he was just kind of there. Like, I barely noticed that he was really on the pitch. He was just, obviously, that might just be by design of the system in itself. But I just feel that
he kind of has to be, though. Sorry, G.
Because
there's 2 man in midfield. He has to be. Otherwise, it's just going to be a gaping hole.
But the problem I've got then is that what we have Thiago in the team for, he's not really doing them. In actual reality, I think we can go out and get a brother that can do that job better than Thiago, because
100.
Thiago for me was the one that was supposed to go and make the game tick. He didn't make the game tick. It was actually our fullbacks. If you look at, I looked at the touch map. Tsimikas and Trent were getting a lot of the ball, and they were dictating the play. They were coming inside and popping the ball about and stuff. And he was more of that, as Mom said, that destroyer. That he was doing a lot of that dirty work. So if he's doing that dirty work, his effect on the game isn't really there. And then what happens? He goes into a challenge and gets injured, and then we're left with with crumbs and digestives all over the pitch, because it's like, we sorted. He's injured, and now who we got to go and play there? Milner.
Do you think then? And I just see someone post a comment about it just now. Do you think someone like, and this is just a question, Keita could play in a 2-man midfield?
I think he could. He done it at Leipzig.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Leipzig.
Okay.
At Leipzig, he done that with a 4-4-2, and he done it at Leipzig. So I think he can. But he's done, man. He's done.
Yeah, no. I was just wondering, because I was just trying to think, like, okay, if Hendo or Thiago doesn't play, the only other option, it sounds like, is Fabinho. And I feel that in this tactic, I don't know if Fabinho is mobile enough to really do this. Because, okay, if Fabinho plays, then you've only got Thiago. I don't know if Thiago could do what Hendo did yesterday, and I don't know if Fabinho could do what Hendo did yesterday. Like, it's a bit weird. Like, I don't know if that's gonna necessarily work with Fabinho in the team. But then, are we sitting here saying that Fabinho's getting dropped now for Hendo for the rest of, moving forward? Hendo can't stay fit, so eventually Fabinho's gonna come back in at some point in time. So I think with this tactic and with this system, it was good to trial it against a team like Rangers. I don't know if he's going to continue with that, because the reality is you're going to come up against better teams. You're going to obviously pose you different type of problems. As Mont said earlier in the stream, like Kent didn't really, pose any type of threat at all towards Trent. Whereas we know Martinelli, we know whoever is going to play down that side is going to give Trent problems. We know on the other side that Saka is going to give Tsimikas problems. That's just going to happen with his movement inside and out. So it's just tricky. Like Klopps almost. We're happy that you changed it, but it's so fucked because now you're in probably an even bigger conundrum because now it's like, well, what do I do moving forward now? Because that worked yesterday, but does it work all the time?
But do what's mad though is that it goes back to what I was saying about the reinvention, yeah. Because essentially, although our setup was different, our creativity was still coming from the width. Coming from the width, which means that when you come up against a team that creates from the center, it causes you an issue because if they block, if they swarm the middle when you're just whipping balls in,
it's more hit and hope, isn't it? Realistically,
exactly. Yeah. And not only that, when you think of it, if I've got three midfielders, right? Or let's lose City as an example. They've got Rodri that sits, but they've got Gundogan, De Bruyne that plays, and then they might have Bernardo Silva or Mahrez or whatever, or Grealish. All those players are going to create. Right, they're all going to create. All we rely on is Tsimikas and Trent to go and do the creating, and then the occasional Thiago ridiculous through ball. But in this formation, you weren't doing that. So they've got 3+ creating in the team, and we're relying on the 2.
Oh no, well we tried to make our biggest goal scorer of all time do it. We of the last 5 years. We try and make him do it. We try to force him to do it. See, you know what I'm saying. This is what I think. Yeah, I wouldn't even mind. One time seeing this is why I want another right winger because why not just have Mo in the center for a game? Dash him in the center
though, man.
He's done. Do you know what it is though? Sometimes it's just about getting him closer to goal, innit? Getting him closer to goal, and just for larger scale games because we know he's going to pick up the ball and he's going to run at you and he's either going to do the outside of the foot cross or try bend it top corner. One of which don't really happen especially with the form that we're in. And I think right now Endo summarized it perfectly. I can't recall the last time Arsenal went into a game against Liverpool as the favourites. The fall off is mad.
They're favourites now, though. They're favourites now.
Yeah, they're our favourite. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's mad. Man are calling Fabinho the Brazilian Bakayoko, bro. It's tact. It's mad.
That's kind of mad. You are disrespecting my man,
but listen, let me segue out. Obviously, Jerry, I know you got to go in a few minutes. Anything you want to let the people know as well?
Yeah, man. Just obviously, appreciate being on the show, man. Guys, smash the like on Big Six Bands, man. Like you should be on 3K by now, easily. Do you know what I mean? International break and the Queen's Passings made it a bit more difficult, but we're here. Come on. By the end of the year, it should be 3.5, man, 3.5. But yeah, guys, the details to the show are there. I know a couple people have flung it into the chat. Just catch myself, G, and Roms. We'll be doing a tactics board and then an Arsenal preview. That will probably be tomorrow, guys. So please just subscribe and smash the notification bell because, with work and stuff, sometimes times change. We don't know when we're going to stream. So just make sure you guys keep up to date. But big up everyone in the chat, man. The comments have been flying. So big up. Monts, G.
Big up, man. Good to have you here, man. Look, this link is there in the chat. You can see it there. Jerry James Show. There in the chat. So make sure you go and subscribe to him.
Guys. I'm out, man.
Take care. We're still gonna run this for about another half an hour, and then once obviously, and then I might change it into a quick Q&A to run it for another 50 minutes after that. G wants you need to go and stuff like that. We'll do all that stuff. But let me hit some of the comments as well before we start looking at who we think should start for Arsenal, and also some of those Champions League games coming up as well. 100%. So obviously, Pablo says quickly, it's a bit off topic, but remember how you said, Mons, next summer we will see the best of Darwin next season. I believe that now. Yeah,
you said that. You said that.
Yeah, but people
got receipts. I'm just listening. I'm listening.
That's what I'm saying. Gee, people pick and choose what they want to hear from me. Like, yes, I cuss Darwin Nunez 90% of the time, but people just forget the 10% where I go, yeah, he's shit, but he's still gonna come okay within a couple of years. Like, I think next season we'll probably see a better version of it. Like, people forget by the way,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just forget that. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I said that it was good to see certain little things from Manchester United, even though they got smacked up. You know, you should never hold 6 in a derby, because we don't even give 6 to Everton. Palace don't even hold 6 from Arsenal or Tottenham. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all that stuff there. But when I'm talking, but obviously when all people remember when I talk about Man United is that I just think they're bitches, and that they're that you know, the gal that says missionary because I'm pretty, but you still with your claps. Like, that's what people remember when I talk about Man United. That's the catchphrase people remember me saying.
Nah, but Man United are shit though. Like, I don't want anyone to try and figure it out of that. Nah, Man United are shit. Don't let
man a missionary because I'm pretty type, yeah. Like, oh yeah, we held 6, but Marshall got his brace. That's them, man.
It's the shameless behavior I'm seeing from Man United fans at the moment. They won the second half apparently. Like, is that what you're doing now? That's crazy,
bro. You see it? That is them, man. It's scary, very, very scary behavior. Like, but again, nearly 60 people in the house. Numbers are flying up. Make sure we smash the like. We are 3 likes away from 50 likes. Keep liking the video, people. So chat, this is a question for you guys. I'm gonna hit some of the comments now, but this is a question for you guys and for G, of course. Who is your midfield pivot going into the Arsenal game? And on top of that, what midfield pivot do you guys want to see going forward? Should we continue with this 4-2-4 or 4-4-2? That's the question for the chat and for G. Just to hit some of these comments. I hope we can get minimum 4 points in the next 2 games. Oh, if we get 6 points in the next 2 games, yeah, hey, we're back. I know I wouldn't. There would be no need to say we're back, but I'll be the adrenaline would just have me saying we're back. I'll be an Arsenal fan. It'll make me be an Arsenal fan, kind of thing, like you know how the Arsenal man move. I'll be like,
how they move their sometime-ish behavior. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it will be sometime-ish, but you know what I'm saying. Mont's looking forward to watch his beloved Chelsea tonight. You lot's football. Yeah, so obviously boring. Potter's a bit different, isn't it? But I ain't really see it. Potter ball's still looking like Tuchel ball to me right now. But obviously personnel in it, so I allow you, man, for the time being. Pablo says Hendo and Fab. Thank you. Hendo. Oh, wait, Hendo and who? So Hendo and Fab.
You just read it and you didn't even think twice about it. You need to read that again, B.
Bro, first of all, it has Hendo and Thiago, sorry, for me, innit? Yeah. That man a missionary because I'm pretty galley. I'm sorry. Big up Jamie Phillips in the house. He says Hendo and Thiago. For me, Henderson has to start, G. Henderson has to start. It's not even a joke. Like, it's serious stuff. Like, I don't think Fabinho is at the level to be starting for us at this moment in time.
No, 100%.
Say what you want, but that's the real.
Nah, he's moving very just off form. I know this is not a big thing, and I know people don't like reading into things too much, but we saw it against Brighton. Yeah, Brighton at the weekend with the whole little scuffle that, you know, him and Klopp had, and what a coincidence. Next game, guess who gets dropped? Fabinho. So again, you know, it is one of them things. I'm not saying read into that too much, but in this system, I feel it has to be Hendo and Thiago just purely for Trent,
especially because of the over the top. I think no one really what we don't give Henderson because he's regressed so much in the last year and a half. People forget that Henderson still has a wide range of passing. He can still ping, if you give him the space and he's not pressured 24s, he'll start pinging balls, bro. His pass mark will start to look a bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? And with runners in behind, Henderson is the guy to see it and do it. Whether it works or not is a bit different, but he'll see it and he'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's a great opportunity to test certain man. And I think if we're going to set Diaz and Salah off and Darwin Nunez off and Jota off, and you know what I'm saying? Bro, Henderson's the guy to loft those balls over. I think Thiago is probably going to be the one to maybe break the lines a bit more with the ground passes and the driven passes and the switches. But I think Henderson, if he sees it on the ball in the half bounce, he's doing it. He's doing it. And now when I look at crosses, there's more men in the box. One thing I noticed, there was more men in the box. And I know we look at inferior opposition and there was no goal outside the open play, which we'll speak about that as well. But the fact that there was more players in the box is more encouraging.
Yeah, 100%.
More encouraging. And I need to see now, for me, Tsimikas needs to improve on his crossing and his interplay a little bit more, because I feel like when he's good with the ball at his feet, he's got the 5-yard pass in him, he's got the little inside pass in him, but when it comes to that whipping the crossing, and by the way, it's not like he can't do it. I just feel like since he's come back, he hasn't been doing it. Since he's come into the team again, he hasn't been doing it like he was when he come into the team, like how we started last season. Because remember, Tsimikas to Jota was a thing at the start of last year.
Yeah.
Start of last season. Tsimikas to Jota, that was happening, bro. That was happening in abundance. So, again, by the way, 55 people still in there. Smash the like button. Big up Anthony. Big up Noah in the house as well. Big up Ultra. I saw Ultra come up with some mad comment. He said Henderson and Milner in the two-man.
I never ever in my life, I don't even want to see James Milner come on the pitch, let alone him in a midfield too. I don't care if we're playing Shrewsbury at home and it's a bang. I don't want to see the guy, bro. Let's move on from that. We found something new now. Let's not go back to him. Come on, man. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Someone said Behetic, and someone in the 10. I need to see. I missed the comment. Someone said Behetic, Billy Kometio with Clark in the number 10. Oh, allow me. Allow me. Just allow me. We're 1 like away from 50 likes, by the way. You lot run up the likes of that. Run up the likes, my people. The comments are going crazy. They're going so fast, bro. Like the comments are going crazy.
No, on my screen it's just going like this, and I'm seeing one comment and then I'm missing it, and then I'm having to scroll back up to check it again.
It's the Big Sixpence family, innit? Like, you know, they're always doing bits. I told you, tell my mum about these lot. You know what I'm saying? 24s, tell mumsy about these lot.
But you know what it is as well with this system. I think what helps Henderson a lot is that where he can, in a 3, I feel like there's a lot more responsibility for him in that 3 because of obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold coming in, going forward so much and stuff like that. In the 2, we saw it yesterday, and this is one thing I wanted to like mention, was that what we finally saw was Trent was actually playing right back. He wasn't doing this whole, yes, he obviously got forward and stuff like that. But if you even look at I was looking at the touch map and some of where his passing was from. Most of his passes were coming from quite deep. Obviously, his delivery, we know what his delivery is like. We know that he's someone who can put a ball on a sixpence, just like David Beckham. So because we know he can do that, you don't need him doing it, always, right by the byline or, where Salah's position is. He can actually do it from deep. So let him do that from deep, which then allows him to be a lot more defensively sound. And then Henderson doesn't have to do 6 people's jobs on the right-hand side and then leaving a massive hole in the middle, because that was always that's why the middle always kept looking like it was just being absolutely ran through like no man's business, because Henderson's having to go over to the right and do everyone's role on that right-hand side. Salah's, Trent's, plus his own role, and then still come in the middle, which meant that you were always just having one in the middle, really, because Thiago would have to always go out to the left, for example, and then Fabinho's just standing there. So I do feel sorry for Fabinho as well sometimes, because it is a little bit like, oh, right, well, he is there on his own. He is kind of doing more things for everybody else. He's kind of playing 2/3 midfield roles in one. But if you look at the tactic, there wasn't that much onus on Trent go forward. It was more, if Trent goes forward, Tsimikas, you stay. If Tsimikas, you go forward, Trent, you stay a little bit deeper. You know what I mean? I don't need you playing false 9, bro. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. And you're not a goal scorer like a Tavernier, for example, someone who actually gets goals, or like a Dani Alves, or someone I'm a bit more trusted with to get me goals. You're not that kind of guy. You're a creator. So just stay deep, bro. And then you won't get caught out so much. And we kind of saw it. But Arsenal's a different opposition. That's where I'm really going to test it.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like there's an echo. I can hear an echo, I don't know if it's on my end. Maybe it's on my end. I don't know. But yeah, no, I do feel like it's going to be a different. I feel like Klopp might revert to I just have it. I'm fearing me that Klopp might go back to the 4-3-3.
Yep.
And only if we start losing will he go to the 4-2-4 or 4-4-2.
I don't see him dashing us in the deep end and going, all right, you lot, you done it against Rangers, now go do it against Arsenal. I just don't see him doing that. I do think the goal for Trent, first of all, that free kick was a Mazza. Banging free kick from Trent. He needed that. Because I think that kind of set the tone for his performance.
Yeah.
Trent's passing was ridiculous in terms of playing it through the lines. His one-on-one defending was good. You know, they didn't put too much pressure on him. And listen, Ryan Kent almost, I think, gave him a little bit too much respect because Ryan Kent is a tricky winger. He is there was one spin he must have span off Henderson.
Oh, you saw it as well? Okay.
Naughty.
Yo,
I was like saying that in Kent hard.
I was like, okay, maybe he's gonna start cooking.
I got the love for him, man. I think he's a good baller, man. I think at a better team as well, he cooks even more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Trent free kick or Partey versus Tottenham? I'm probably gonna go Trent free kick because I don't really like.
Trent free. I feel like Lloris could be
about Partey in it. I'm like that. Like,
fair enough.
Yeah, like it's just tricky.
But even still, even when I saw the goal, like I'm not gonna take nothing away from the goal because it was a good goal. But when I saw it again, I was like, bro, Alisson's saving that, man. But he ain't letting that kind of go in, like that kind of height and everything like that. I feel like Alisson would have positioned himself a lot better to save that.
I thought that, but bro, I saw from one angle and it actually bent from outside to in. Like it was
Alisson's saving those, bro. Alisson's saving those, bro.
Yeah, but Alisson's the best keeper in the world. So it's like,
but this is what I'm saying. Goalkeepers save those. And Lloris, in my opinion, I have never ever in the history that he's been at Tottenham, maybe for a season, maybe when Tottenham finished second, I think that year. I've never really rated him like that. I've never called him a top keeper. I think he's decent, but when you're putting him up against your Neuers, your Oblaks, your Alissons, and people like, nah, man, he can't even sit on the same table, man. He can sit over there.
Yeah, no, I hear it. Do you know what the thing is for me though? It's like, when can Firmino catch a break now? Because I feel like even if Firmino's got 8 GA and 5 starts, and it's like his place isn't even guaranteed. No one can actually sit there and say Bobby Firmino is starting every game from now if he's fit. You just can't say it. And it's funny because Klopp mentioned something about Firmino being in the best scoring form. He's like, this is you're going to see a much better Firmino. And we actually have seen a much better Firmino. Remember, we all sat here and laughed at Klopp when he said that. We all sat here and laughed. We sat here and laughed. Not me, because I'm a bit biased towards Firmino, but I cackled. I hackled a bit when the man were laughing, even though it hurt. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a tricky one. Maybe these are the problems that we want, though. Like what I don't want from this team is, because I don't feel that we have a Kevin De Bruyne or Haaland or someone like that, where you're saying, nah, every game you're starting. I don't even care if you had 2 shit games, you're still gonna start. We don't really have that kind of quality of player. So where we don't have that, I kind of need this team to be able to say, nah, you can't always start, like, other than Van Dijk and Alisson, obviously. But I need players in the team who, you mentioned, I think you mentioned it before a bit earlier about, maybe we get another right winger. Like, not to say because Salah's my guy. Like, that is my favorite player in this team. No one, if you ever chat shit on Salah, trust me, I'll bring up the numbers and show you. But when it comes to Salah now, I'm always a bit like, I do want to see someone else there though. Like, this is why I asked you and Jerry about, where does Harvey Elliott fit into this? Does he go right wing when we play a 4-4-2 kind of thing? Like, what happens to him? Because I don't feel that he's that good of a number 10 or a support striker. That's Carvalho's role, or as you said, Curtis Jones's role. So where do these kind of players fit into the mold now that we're potentially switching up the tactics?
Yeah, no, I hear it. Again, guys, make sure we are smashing the like button. So just for now, stop what you're doing and smash the like button. We're 20 likes away from that 75 mark. So let's make sure we get there.
Hey, you know what? No. We're 25 away, as Mons just said. But you know what? Even scratch that. You know what? That's just for this video. We are 6 away from, you said, from 2.5 now away. What you guys need to be doing is going into your work group chats and sending this and sending this show into theirs for everyone to follow. I don't care if they like football, hate football. You just tell them to hit that subscribe button. What you're going to do also is you're going to send it in the family group chat as well. I don't care if they like football or hate football. You're going to send it into them and you're going to get them subscribing. Why? Because we're going to be blowing up big things soon, people. So we need the subscribers. Stop what you're doing. Broadcast this message. I don't care if people start cussing you. They start saying, don't send me this bullshit. No, no, no. We're going to get this up. If by the end of today, I'm not seeing 2.2, yo, some of you are getting banned in here, bro. Some of you getting banned in it. I said it. I said it.
This is going to be...
Hey, that's my dad. That's my dad.
Yeah. What G said, innit? You know what I'm saying? What G said. As I said, KMT Mount is still starting. This guy's a cockroach. He never goes away. Hey, Chelsea Meltdown. I'm here for it, though. Bakar Raiden says, big six pants off the... obviously, I can't see the emoji because I'm a bit in the past, innit? But I don't know. I know it's a compliment, innit? I can't see. I
feel like he's trying to say off the anchor. Is that an anchor?
Yeah, it's nice. Off the anchor, innit?
Off the anchor. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. It was more off the chain.
Off the hook. Off the hook. Hey, we are ancient. Hey, we are ancient.
Yo. Allow me.
Hey, we are ancient. Hey, no one clip that.
Hey, back up, man. Hey, allow us. Don't clip this, bro.
Big up the comments. Endo says, bro, Bobby has 5 goals and 3 assists in 6 games. He's moving mad, bro. He's got better stats than Jesus, bro. Gabriel Jesus. He actually gets into it. He's the only player that gets into the Arsenal team in Command 11. He's the only player. Bro. Who else gets in?
Oh, based on form right now. Okay.
Yeah, based on form. Who else gets in? No one.
We'll get into that.
It's just Bobby, bro. When you deep it in the combined 11, there's 10 Arsenal.
But who does he come in for?
It's Alisson and Bobby. That's it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Alisson as well. Alisson most definitely. So, but where does he play? Up front instead of Jesus?
I think he can get Dashway right wing or something. You can get Dashway. You can get Dashway. You know they love saying Jesus can play all over the gaff. Yeah, dash him right wing or something. Double says, I just want to watch Match of the Day for once. All right, that has been getting skipped this season. Match of the Day.
I haven't watched Match of the Day since like 2 years ago. I don't watch that, man. That's dead.
You know what I'm saying? Ranger left the top baller in Matando on the bench. Showed a little Welsh international ball in Liverpool. I don't know about him, you know. You might need to educate me on my man.
They did leave a lot of players on the bench like Kolak and Fashion. When they came on that game.
Yeah, they looked a bit. They had more bite to them still. They had more bite.
Yes, 100%.
Philip says, Monts, you're not ancient. You're still young, unlike me, who's 56 today. 56 today. Hey, Philip. Hey, happy birthday, bro. Hey, listen, everyone in the chat. Wish Philip a happy birthday right this second. I want to see the whole chat flooded with happy birthdays. Fam, if it's your birthday, it's not just the members, it's not just the panel members that say get happy birthdays, you know. If it's your birthday and we're streaming, let me know DM me. Say in the chat, it's my birthday today. I'll make everyone will wish you a happy birthday. That's what this family says, bro. This is a family, bro. Happy birthday, Phil. Let me start your comment as well. Dash a little happy birthday in the comment for you for the video as well, bro. Happy birthday, Philip, man. Big up yourself, man. Look at this, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up, happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? 60 the new
yeah, that's what I like to see.
Yeah, man. Big up, Philip, man. Happy birthday, man. More life than that, man. More life than them thing there. Monts, when's the combined 11 vid? I beg you postpone the reverse fixture. Postpone it for the reverse fixture, Casey, and then man are gonna have a field day, bro. The combined 11's on Friday, fam, and we're gonna get fucked.
I'm gonna be tuned into that.
We are gonna get fucked up. To be fair, the panel that we initially were looking to get, I'm not sure if that's entirely gonna happen now, simply because I'm just turning on my light, by the way, simply because people are busy and things have changed last minute. Just to let the people know, it was going to be a surprise, but we were looking to get Troops and Lippy for the show. But things are a little bit complicated at the moment. So whether that comes through, I'm not too sure. But that would be a banger. Coppish on the bottom, Troops, Lippy, Casey, and Kears on the top. Versus so that would
Fucking good, pal. I can't lie.
You can panel that, but I might just change that for the reverse fixture, is it? Because I'm not trying to be
give a bit more of a leg up. Bit more of a leg up.
But big up Troops, by the way, and big up Coppish and them and there, and big up Lippy as well. Big up Filthy fellas,
yeah.
Big up Filthy fellas as well, man. All of them, man. And this is Lippy. Hey, that would be crazy. Yeah, man. Trust me, you never know who you're gonna catch on here. I don't really do the big name thing these days because I just find myself doing videos really quickly. But you know, I need to go back to getting the names on here again at times, man. I miss it. Louder Combined 11 looks peak. Yeah, it looks very peak, bro. It looks very peak. Just know if we win, I'm gunning for the Gunners. If we beat Arsenal, I don't even know if I'll rub it in too tough, but they will be you can't run into me.
Yeah, nah.
You can't run into me.
I think there's more pressure. There's more pressure on Arsenal in this kind of game because, like I said, they're coming into this as favourites, remember, and they're top of the league. So, you know, regardless that we're only 8 games, 9, whatever it is into the season, people are looking at them and thinking this is their first real big test of the season. Obviously, they had Tottenham the other day, but they always beat Tottenham at the Emirates. Like, that's like a foregone conclusion. Now you're coming up against a good team that historically you do not beat. You don't really beat us like that. In the last 5 seasons, I don't recall many defeats against Arsenal like that. So it's a big game for Arsenal, man. It's a big game. Liverpool know what this game means already. We're used to this. So Arsenal, be ready. Be ready. That's all I'll say on that.
Precisely. Pablo says we all know if we beat Arsenal, Casey is going into hiding. Don't let him hide again once, bro. If we beat Arsenal, I'm going to drag Casey to my house.
Casey,
I'll have him in a headlock.
All of them.
We'll talk. We'll do the whole stream like this in a headlock. I will do the whole stream with Casey in a headlock. Casey and kids in a headlock like this.
Bro, every one of them.
I'm joking.
I'm listening to a lot of people, a lot of fans. Obviously, it's early in the season. Everyone's bantering, and Liverpool have been shit. So you know we're getting bantered, times 100. But listen, I keep receipts. I always keep receipts. So it's going to be interesting. No,
100%. By the way, guys, 17 likes off of the 75 and 3 subscribers off of the 2.2K. So make sure you're making that happen. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to talk about Luis Diaz briefly and the two centre backs along with Tsimikas. So that whole Virgil, Tsimikas, and Diaz kind of thing. What do you think about that? Because to me, I think Virgil was a little bit more. He had a little bit of bite to him. Remember, he just pushed my man off the ball for no reason. Just dashed him. Dashed him like fuck off me, sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what are we saying with that left side? Does Tsimikas have to play with Diaz and Robbo sort of maybe have to play with like a Jota sort of thing?
Yeah, because you saw it with when Robbo and Mane were there, like for the last 4 or 5 seasons, the chemistry that they built up, should I say, sorry, was really, really good. Like they understood when one comes in, then you go out wide. When one goes out wide, obviously you come in. Or if one of them's making the overlapping run, like it was very, very good chemistry. I feel like with Tsimikas, with Robertson and Diaz, because Diaz always wants it to dribble and take his pot shots like he does every single game. For Robertson, it almost nullifies what he's actually there for. He almost just gets kind of phased out of the whole move on the attack down the left because Diaz is always going to take it and dribble. With Tsimikas, as you said before, he's got that 5-yard pass. He can pass with his right foot, which is actually, Robertson can't really do that. Like he's always having to do it with his left foot. And I feel that when you've got it down the left there with someone like a Diaz, I feel trusts him a bit more with the ball. And I feel like that is key. If you can trust someone with the ball a bit more, you're going to kind of give it to him a lot more than you would say Robertson, because you know that Robertson, not that he might lose it, just he ain't going to do nothing, or he's going to go back to Verge, or he's going to go back to whoever. And I think, for Virgil as well, in yesterday's game, remember, Virgil's been doing a lot of talking. He's another one. He's my guy as well. But like, I hold him to very high standards.
Chatting a little piece.
A bit of a chatty patty recently. So where he's been talking so much, I'm saying, all right, you're talking all this talk. So I need to see that you're actually walking the walk now. And like I said, yesterday's game, it was against Rangers. So we take it with a pinch of salt. But he was just showing a bit more of the Virgil that I remember seeing. But I'm just holding off. I'm really, really trying to not get too excited until this weekend is done. I'm really just trying to chill until then. Still,
Yeah, no, I hear it, and that's well said. I just want now for my wingers to be more precise because again,
Yeah.
we didn't score an open play goal yesterday.
yeah, yeah,
That is a slight cause for,
Mhm.
for concern. We created chances,
Mhm.
but they all kind of fell to the guy who was kind of just looking to get clean contact rather than actually using any sort of finesse.
Mhm.
You know, and the one goal we scored against us where he kind of chipped Allison had a load of, there was serious finesse in that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? There was some serious finesse in that goal we scored against us. So I think now it's kind of I think the boys just need some shooting practice. For once,
I
I
was
just
just about to ask you.
Hmm?
No, I was just about to ask you, bro. What is it with this team? Like Nunez, Diaz, Salah at time, but he's more of a creator now. Why does everyone love taking pot shots? I don't. Why? We're not renowned for scoring from outside the box. Like we're not really that type of team, and we ain't really got them kind of players. But why is it everyone?
I think pop shots resembles the amount of respect you have for a football team. If you don't respect the team, the more pop shots you're gonna have. Liverpool knew they'd won this game.
Okay, I
In
get
the
you.
first 5 minutes. That's why That's why you were seeing man them pop shots. Because we don't really pop shots from outside the box. Apart from Ox and Coutinho, man don't really smack the ball from range. You might get the odd, you know what I'm saying? You might get the odd screamer from Thiago, but again, you know what I'm saying? So I generally think sometimes the amount of pop shots does resemble the amount of respect. And I think at this point we didn't even care. Like we knew we won the game. Allison was called into action maybe later on, but apart from that, no real danger for the course of the game. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we might be forced to. I just don't really want to be walking the ball in the net because I just don't think we'll have the opportunity to do it. And if you let Saliba get anyone on the half turn, they will get us on the half turn, and it will be dangerous on both sides. Saka looks dangerous. Martinelli looks dangerous. Gabriel Jesus, he's a massive threat.
Yeah.
Say what you want. He's a massive threat. Arsenal are the most enjoyable team to watch in the Premier League. Say what you want. They're the most impressive team right now.
Facts.
I look at City. City are the best team, but bro, when I look at Sergio Gomez, Cancelo, Ake, and Akanji, I look at that and say, I can get at that. I honestly look at that and go, I can get at you, bro.
100%. I agree. I totally agree there. They've conceded the same amount of goals as us, so that tells you something.
You know what I'm saying? I look at that and go, yo, no, we can, yo. You know what I'm saying? You're queffable, bro. Certain man are queffable. Queffable, bro. Defo queffable. So, yeah, man, that's just with that. What 11 do you go with in the Arsenal game?
I think same back.
That's the chat. Sorry, that's for the chat as well. Drop your 11s that you go in and play against Arsenal.
I would say same back five as last night. In fact, to be honest, same team, but I would take out Nunez for Bobby, and I would have Jota up front with Bobby in the 10 or as a second striker. And I would tell, Klopp should then tell him, look, you don't need to. No. What Jerry said about, I agree that Bobby comes in deep, but I feel in a game like this, we actually need that because of us, Zinchenko coming inside, because you're going to have Xhaka, almost like Xhaka on against Spurs. He was playing false 9 at times. Xhaka playing false 9. I've never seen that, but he was making those kind of runs. He was in those kind of positions. And I feel that with playing against a team like Arsenal, where the movement is just going to be so dumb, I just feel that Bobby is better suited to that. And I feel bringing on Nunez is a better option than having him.
Well, then bringing on Bobby, ideally. Really.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you're going to bring on Bobby, then you only do that if we're winning or stuff like that. And Bobby and Jota have a very good record. Again, I know records are meant to be broken and all that crap, but I feel like because they got such a good record, they know how to play against Arsenal.
Yeah,
so I feel like we
Bobby
need
goes Super Saiyan against Arsenal. He tends to go Super Saiyan.
100%. So I feel I would just have the same team, but just take out Nunez and put Bobby in, and then put Jota up front, and then Nunez can kind of drop in still. I don't trust Nunez to we're gonna need goals, and as you said, we scored 2 set pieces, man, and that tells me straight away that we're not gonna. We need to be clinical. Bobby's in form. He's scoring goals. We saw the goal against Brighton. The second goal, I think he scored like nice little play. That's Bobby for you. That's someone I can I trust Bobby more in front of goal than I do Nunez. 100%, 100%. I don't trust Nunez like that. And I think against a team like Arsenal, we're gonna need to be a lot more.
We can't afford to be wasteful. That's one thing I think everyone can agree on in the chat here in the Liverpool community. We can't afford to be wasteful against Arsenal.
Yeah.
The way we're talking about these man like they're juggernauts is killing me though.
I know, because they're not even like, if it's a City, that's a different ball game. We know what City are.
Right.
That City are the best team in the world.
Speak to them, man, with respect, innit?
With respect, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like I'm not gonna. You'll never ever hear me chat shit about City. But when we talk about Arsenal, I'm finding it difficult because I'm just like, they're not really that team, but they are like performing like that team currently. And just for everyone in the chat, I can see it. Look, I'm not going to speak for Monts because I know Monts has got his own views on that. I'm not trying to diss Nunez, yeah. Like, and I said this in the group, in the Klopps Zone group today.
No, he's crap.
Like I said, I'm not trying to diss Nunez or anything like that, yeah. But what you need to start understanding is that if you're going to sign these kind of players for such a hefty amount, but forget the price tag. If you're going to sign someone like a Nunez, you're going to need him to be a lot better than he actually is currently showing, in my personal opinion, in terms of his finishing, in terms of just other areas of his game. Yes, those will improve over time. Yes, he will score more goals. I'm not saying he's never going to score, but yes, he will score goals. But I'll ask everybody in the chat, yeah, and this is for you as well, Mons. If Nunez plays like he did last night, from now until the ending of the month, I can't, we've got 4 or 5 games or 5 games left until the end of the month. If Nunez plays like that, but he only scores 1 or 2 goals, will you be happy?
No.
And this is for the chat as well. If Nunez plays like he did last night, but only scores 1 or 2 goals, is that good enough for you? Are you then going to be all sitting here saying, oh yeah, Nunez is sick, he's this, he's blah, blah. You're not. I can probably speak for most of you. You're probably not going to be that happy. But because it's only one game and everyone's like, yeah, it will come, I get it. But I'm worried that he's going to have bare games like last night, bare running around, shots on target. Like anyone who does betting on Bet365 or Paddy Power, he's the guy that you put your money on for your shots on target, 100%. But when it comes to actually scoring, that is what I'm looking for from Nunez. I did not buy a guy to make runs in the channels. I don't care about that. I want someone to score me goals. I want Torres. I want Suarez. I want Daniel Sturridge. I want Michael Owen. I want Robbie Fowler. That's what I'm looking for from someone like him. I'm not looking for another Mane or another Diaz or another kind of like Sterling, like those kind of players who get you a few goals and stuff like that. So it's not to diss him. He is playing reasonably well. Of course he is. Like last night was a good game, but we need to put into perspective. If he keeps playing like this and not scoring, like I need to see him on the bench then from here on out. That's my piece on this.
Right here, well flipping said, by the way. You went in. You actually went in still.
No, because all last night, all I was seeing was Nunez. Oh, guys, don't get onto Nunez. And because I said like a little something on Twitter about Nunez, and I was like, guys, look, let's not get over the top, man. First of all, we're playing Rangers, and he didn't even score. So I wasn't looking at that performance like a 10 out of 10. That was like a 7 out of 10 kind of thing, purely from the fact that he had so many shots. But people are going a bit too overboard, and for some reason, everyone just believes that he's no evidence that he's going to bang. If I'm being really honest with you, I just see that he'll get goals like Diaz, and that's not good enough for me. I'm sorry, not for me anyway. Yeah,
no, 100%. Again, there still needs to be added pressure on Diaz's goal scoring this season.
Oh, 100%.
100%. By the way, we are 2 subscribers off of 2,200. We are 2 subscribers. I repeat, 2 subscribers away. So let me hit some of the comments. Coppen says, big up Ultra, by the way. Big up Ultra, good to see you as well. Months last night when we reverted to a 4-3-3, last night we reverted to a 4-3-3 after the subs, and that was when Rangers managed to create danger. Food for thought. Yeah, 4-3-3 is washed. That's our food for thought. 4-3-3 is washed. It's washed. But it's one sub away.
One.
That's what one subscriber
you.
away. One subscriber away.
Who's gonna be that one? Who's gonna be that one?
I don't know who's gonna be that one. And let us know in the chat if you are that one.
I know you guys got burner accounts as well, man. Hey, start subscribing.
Yeah, get on your burners, burner, innit? You know what I'm saying? All good things come to an end. They ain't used to us. They will drop they will drop starting on the weekend. All good things come to an end. They ain't used to this. They will drop starting on the weekend. Oh, they will drop back, as in they won't dominate us. Pablo says same team. Coppen says same team, exact same 11. Marque says, big up Marque says same 11. Philip says same 11, same formation. Coppen says Nunez needs a run. But does Bobby deserve to be dropped? This is the thing.
This is it. He doesn't.
Do we have, like, you give man a run when we got a nice, there's like 8 games to play this month.
Oh, is it 8?
Like,
Okay.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? There's midweek fixtures almost every week. I think it might be 6. It might be 6. It's either 6 or 8. We have a lot of games to play this month, innit? Yeah, bro. Liverpool's thing is mad this month, bro.
I haven't even seen it. What's it looking like?
Liverpool's thing is crazy. It's
Haven't we
crazy.
got-
Hold on. It's so we've had Brighton 1st of October, then Rangers, then Arsenal on the 9th, then Rangers again on the 12th. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 games already, and it's the 12th. On the 16th, we have City. On the 19th, we have West Ham. So that's 6 games. On the 22nd of October, we have Nottingham Forest. That's 7 games. We have Ajax on the 26th. That's 8 games. And then Leeds on the 29th. That's 9 games, bro. There's 9 games. That's 9 games this month.
So Nunez doesn't need to play all these games, man. Trust. He's all right, man. He can hold bench for a hot set. He can hold bench.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know, like, it's mad. What was I gonna say? Just to hit some more of the comments of the team that you guys want to say. Our cases, I need Nunez to bag versus Arsenal. It would be quite nice. Nunez has the confidence now. Why drop him? Let him build up some. Let him build up that.
What confidence though? Like, he ain't scored. Like,
Gunman said, why would you take out Nunez? We need this guy to get going. Start all the time. I think once Nunez gets a few goals, you won't stop him. But again, it's like it's all at the detriment of Salah, bro. It's at A, the detriment of Salah, and B, this is the last good Firmino we're gonna see. Let's not put that to. This is the last good Bobby Firmino we are going to see. After this season, Bobby gets either 20 minutes a game, 30 minutes a game, or he leaves Liverpool, bro. It's going to be a sad day come the end of this season. You know what I'm saying? Donny's playing for his contract right now.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Drop Nunez. Why all these crap talk, low? Nunez will bang when he bangs. I'm not worried about him because he's got a good player deep down. This is why I say I personally think with the Nunez thing, I don't. As I said, I've always said this. The best Nunez will come next year, and furthermore, maybe even the year after. So therefore, letting Bobby get the run in these games, I'm happy with that. Bro. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, same.
I understand going for experience over Nunez, but Nunez played amazing. To be honest, amazing stretch. But he played well. He played well for his standards. In my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Do you see that last part of that comment? I think was it Pablo Az that you just put up there? Yeah. Be honest, bro. Nunez bags a hattie yesterday. Everyone, exactly. And this is what I am talking about.
Didn't bag a hattie. He didn't bag what?
Didn't bag it. Like you know what everyone's sounding like? We're sounding like the Liverpool fans who get excited about almost winning a quadruple. It didn't happen. It was a wet dream that we had. You woke up with a stiff one, but the reality is it didn't actually happen. So we need to stop thinking in this whole glass half like full and stuff like that. Like we need the glass to be full. Do you know? That's how I look at things. Like these
Should
are
I
these.
do a poll?
Yeah. Do a poll.
I'm gonna do a poll.
Who
starts?
You're saying Firmino is not reliable, my guy, but he's top goal scorer. So you're gonna have to explain that one a lot better. You're gonna have to explain that one because he's the top goal scorer in the team right now. So who's reliable, him or
on limited game time? You
know what I'm saying? Like we've got to stop this thing of thinking that Nunez will, like, there isn't any real evidence to suggest that Nunez is going to come good. Like I've not there isn't. I'll be super honest with you. There isn't enough evidence for me to sit here and back it the way that everybody is backing it. There's more evidence to provide that he isn't going to bang than there is that he is going to bang. As we've seen and as we saw last night, he couldn't even, hit a barn door. Like it's one of them ones. Like so, I'm struggling to find where.
If he doesn't, it's not like man's a gunman. It's not. Did you get it? Like it's not like Nunez is a gunman. Nunez is not a gunman as of yet. He will be a gunman, but he's not a gunman as of yet. And if he's not a gunman, then he's fucking up most patterns of play when the ball hits him. His build-up play was okay, but you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Like, man need to understand that the players who have received more criticism over these last year and a half are still capable of good runs in the team. Firmino is still capable of having a good goal-scoring run for Liverpool. Henderson is still capable of having a good run of games for Liverpool. These guys aren't just eternally crap. Chamber came in at the start of this year with the most hate he's ever had for Liverpool and put in about 5 good games for Liverpool, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they'll play like that all season and be our player of the year, but these guys are capable of doing stuff that they're not known for doing. Firmino hasn't been known to be a goal scorer for the last 2 years, but all of a sudden he's got a run in the season injury free, like apart from the season he had last year, and all of a sudden he's 1 GA away from equaling his Premier League GA return in 5 starts.
Facts.
We're in October.
Fabinho scored how many goals in January?
He got 5 goals, 4 assists last season in the Prem. He's on 5 goals, 3 assists in 5 starts. So he is capable. I'm not saying this is something he is going to do, but he is capable. And I'd rather have the headache so I can just dash on Nunez if he fucks it up anyway.
Exactly. And that's where I stand with things. Is that like people need to stop thinking in this like. I understand it. Obviously, look, I want Liverpool to do well and I want our players that we sign for big money to do well. I get all of that, but I don't have the sentiment enough to sit here and be like, oh yeah, because we signed him and we got to give him a run. Nah, not really, to be honest with you, because if he was of that level, he starts every game. Unfortunately, he isn't of that level and he's proven to not be at that level. Yesterday was probably more of a confirmation that he isn't really of that kind of level, but it's not to say that he isn't a good player. It's not to say that he isn't gonna listen. I think he'll score goals. I 100% think he'll score goals. But at this current moment in time, with the way that the team is transitioning and things like that, currently he's not really the guy I'm looking at to say, yeah, he's gonna get me Torres amount of goals. He's gonna get me Suarez. He ain't doing that. He's never had that in his locker like that. Maybe in Portugal, but that's in Portugal. I don't care about that. I'm talking about here. Like he don't seem like someone who's gonna be able to do that just because of his style of play. And you've seen the way that he plays currently. So we got to just look at things a bit more objectively. Like I feel like people, you get too, he's going to do this, that. And I'm like, show me the evidence. Literally, someone show me the evidence that he is the guy.
Marshall, big up Marshall Ayub and John Woodlock. You just jumped in the chat. Good to see you, man. These men have come in saying, this brother's whack. What are you man talking about? Straight up. They just ripped the band-aid off. Just rip it off, bro. Just rip it off. We should start on the bench so that the defense shouldn't be on him fresh. I would sell Fab. I think he's finished. Oh, strong takes from the get-go. Yo, man, them. The members have jumped in and they've not held back. Okay. Big up Wade Nelson as well. Good to see you. He says, why take up Bobby when he's doing the job? Only way to win games is to score. So Nunez just has to wait his time. Hey, right there. Hey,
thank you, Wade.
Hey, Wade. Hey, Wade.
Someone
hey,
was
Wade. Hey, Wade. Hey, Wade.
Hey, stop. Hey, hold on. Hey.
Hey, Wade, louder. Yo, louder. There, louder. And Senegal, bro, I got the PM. Remy says Nunez has potential. The fact that he was suspended affected his confidence. He has scored for us in the preseason. And
I forgot that preseason and Charity Shield are key games, and they're things that really take into consideration. I forgot. I'm sorry, Remy. I'm sorry, bro. I forgot. We measure we measure our players by preseason and Charity Shield. If we're gonna go by the Charity Shield, I want to know then.
We should be top of the league then, clearly. That's what I would say.
One, we should be top of the league. Two, Haaland should be shit because we saw in that Charity Shield that he was kind of dusty and he missed the open goal. So if we're going by your logic, and again, this is just by your logic, Remy, because you said Charity Shield in pre-season. By your logic, Haaland should be a rubbish player. Just by your logic. Again, logics can always be flawed. And this is why I say we need to stop thinking in this kind of, I'm not saying that he's going to be shit. I'm definitely not saying, I think that Nunez will become a decent player.
I don't know. I think it's a bit wild to say we don't want Liverpool to do well. I mean, no,
that wouldn't really make any sense. Like,
yeah, that's not even. Yeah,
I've been supporting them for over 25 years. I think by now I'd want them to do well.
Let's skip past that one, Remy. But Remy, we are, as I said, Remy, we can defo.
It's G, not JJ, by the way.
I know, Remy. I think what we need to do is, again, we can have the difference of football and opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, the logic suggested he can score, yes, but there is just a caveat to that. We can have different footballing opinion. That's what this chat's for. Me and G don't agree on everything about Liverpool.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? We don't agree about everything, but we're still both Liverpool fans. You know what I'm saying? Selection says Firmino is dusted. It's okay. But we can't be saying Firmino's dusted and then propping up Darwin Nunez in the same
exactly.
That's the one thing I can't like. Do you get it?
It doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Gang in Deep says all of Nunez shots were at McGregor. By the way, guys, we are 4 likes off of 75, and we are 1 subscriber off of 2,200.
Hey, who's gonna be that lucky one, man? Who's gonna be that lucky one?
You know what I'm saying? 1 subscriber off. We are 1 subscriber off. Solo came up with a good comment as well. She said that footballers shouldn't be getting babysit. You can't babysit certain footballers. And I think she was referring to Darwin Nunez basically. And I think is he getting babysitted? I wouldn't say so, but I feel like is he getting that sort of treatment? I can understand why a rival fan might see it that way. You know what I'm saying? Big up, Marshall. This is why you're my guy. Big up, member of Big Six Bands as well. I said, get your burners out. Get your burners out. Do you not dead me? Erne says Copite says we need pace against Arsenal. Yes, bro, we do. We do, brother. We really do. One more like 75, by the way. Still 60 people in the house. It's good to see the numbers back on BSB as well since the algorithm's gone down as well. Like it just shows I can always rely on a Liverpool show to boost the numbers on this thing because you get it. Like
come on, man.
Liverpool, man. Family.
When you've got a big club and on the big six, it helps. It helps.
Pablo says, if I'm proven wrong by Bobby, I apologize, but I know I won't be. Bobby will make us worse against Arsenal. RIP. He slows down our attack and brings no aggression in our attack. But Bobby's been the only thing that stopped us from being 15th. Like, literal 15th. Like, do you want to know how close we are to 15th? Let me just put this into perspective. You want to know how close we are to 15th? 3 points.
Right, 6 where?
We're on 10 points. Yeah. West Ham are 15th with 7 points. Southampton are 16th with 7 points. Crystal Palace are in the relegation zone and are 4 points below us.
That's
with
mad.
The same games played.
So if we lose on weekend and they win.
Yes. Indeed. You ain't even got to say it. You ain't even got to say it.
And you guys listen, I wasn't Bobby's biggest fan. I was trying to sell the guy in the summer, but because he's still here and he's the only one scoring goals, I can't even diss the guy. I actually can't even diss him. He's doing his thing, so I have to big him up. I have to.
No, 100%. 100%. Oh shit, was it 2.2? I didn't even check. Is it 2.2?
Is it 2.2? My phone's even off.
It's 2.2. Hey, we hit 2,200 subs, people. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, people. Listen. I like to thank my mom. I like to thank my family. I want to thank my brothers, my sisters. I want to thank G over here for making this happen. I mean, honestly, I feel like this is a game-changing moment for me. I feel like I put so much work in. Every time people be sleeping, I'll be working, I'll be streaming, I'll be doing all this every day. You know, it's I like to say certain people, they weren't with me shooting in the gym, but here's to the people that were shooting with me in the gym. They believed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go buy myself a house. I'm not, but you know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Honestly, G, thank you as well for being a part of the stream. Big up JJ as well. Make sure you are subscribing to the Jerry James show. Big up Marshall Ayuk for the burner. You know what I'm saying? I did the Kanye West thing. But yeah, man, 2.2k subs, big six bands to the world and back. Every time we hit a milestone, it's usually the milestones come really quickly, and it's been a slow one for this time. And it's sometimes the slower milestones, and on a real one, the slower when it takes you to get from 2.1 to 2.2 a whole month compared to like every week getting 100 subs before that. It reminds you how well you was doing when things were going better and what you was doing beforehand. And I tend to not really realize what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I kind of just keep going and going and going, and I ain't really saying that, and I'm just going and going. So thank you for you guys. Obviously, you're making it easy. That you make it like more apparent for me to see the progress of the channel and what you guys are bringing every single time with the comments, the notification bell, the likes, the subs, the super chats, the memberships, all of that. It doesn't go without appreciation. 2,200 subs. If you told me this at the beginning of the year, I would have laughed in your face. I promise you I would have laughed. So big up everyone in the chat. Sleeping Dragon, good to see you. Marshall Ayub, Bakar Rain, and Solo, Pablo, Can't Guard Me. You know what I'm saying? Remy, even though we've had our disagreements in this stream, big up yourself. Big up Ernie, big up Gang and Deep, big up Endo, you know what I'm saying? Big up Philip as well. And happy birthday to Philip as well. Again, happy birthday to Philip. Big up Captain Sal, Mohammed Khalif, honestly, 6 times. If I'm missing names, I'm missing names in it. But big up Abdus Chowdhury as well, Ravi, all you guys in it, Gunben, Selection, everyone in it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things, in it. And Remy says, congratulations, keep it up and be authentic. Appreciate that. Really appreciate it.
I like that.
And yeah, and crap, by the way, guys, what's the poll? For me, 41 votes so far. For me, 54%. Darwin Nunez, 46%. Okay, so it's quite close. It's literally it's literally within a couple votes. So it is quite split with the fan base. It's not all the way Firmino or all the way Darwin Nunez. But again, we are gonna lock off the stream in about literally at 1 minute 45. So in about 3.5 minutes, we're gonna run our combined 11. We're gonna run our 11s for the game on the weekend, and do our score predictions. So everyone in the chat, again, thank you so much. Like I honestly, I know I'm just rambling right now, innit? But I appreciate everyone in it. Like it's not a joke. I spent a lot of sleepless nights getting this channel to where it is and doing what I can with this channel in it. So every time it builds, you get it. Like it's just a man.
No, listen, man. From when I say this all the time to people, like from when I first ever came across Monts and the Big Six family, and they were just starting out and stuff like that, you could tell, man, you guys were onto big things. So big up everyone in the Big Six fan, like all of you, like watching all of you. Trust me, man, it's good for the, I know this word gets overused sometimes, but it's good for the culture, man. When I see channels like this kind of blossoming and doing their thing properly, like for me, this is what I want to watch. I don't want to watch Sky Sports and BT Sport and all these boring guys talking about football when it was, the offside rule was totally different. You know what I mean? Like we need to see more of this. So guys, like, let's keep going. Let's keep pushing, man. Where he's on Big Six on 2.2. Someone said it earlier in the comments. I can't remember who it was, but 5K is the next target, and then it's 10K, and then it's 50. Bro, he's gonna keep pushing. They're gonna keep pushing.
Crazy numbers there. Who said 5? Someone said 5. Yeah, them crazy numbers.
Someone said 5.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was Pablo. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. From you as well. I appreciate those words from you. As I said, shout out Casey, Kiz, Eve, and Corey, and obviously a few of the others, like the Hassans, the Jerrys, the Saints, the Coppishes, all these guys that have supported the channel as well. Even Terry as well. Terry's done it big. Obviously, people say what you want to say about Terry on the channel and that, but Terry has done a lot to help me as well. So shout out to him as well. And Troops as well. Shout out Troops. Dickhead, but shout him out in it. Shout out Troops as well, man. And Roms as well. Once known, I've been saying 5K. No, 100%. Once eventually you hit the 20K mark, 100%. Solar said you built a great channel. Thank you very much. Gang and Deep says, don't want to watch channels that are enablers. This channel isn't one of them.
Nah.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're defo, and we are far from enablers.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're far from enablers.
Hey,
Yeah.
the top reds hate us. Hey, they hate us. I'll be
They're
real.
not going to be getting any interviews with FSG anytime soon. I can tell you that much.
Oh, no way.
Let's put it
No, absolutely no way. And thank you, Sleeping Dragon says, well done, Monster. Hard work is paying off. I think there's one more message I might have just missed. Mont's gonna cry again. No, I'm not gonna cry on Koppish again, man. The first 1,000,
Yeah, that's
the
different.
first 1,000 hit heavy, bro. I don't think you might understand
Of
that
course
one.
it would. Of
Because
course it would.
because the Koppish family got me from 900 to 1,000 in 2 minutes.
That's mad.
That
That's
was
mad.
a madness, bro. I
That's
was
mad.
not even thinking about 1K. We was on like 908 and it went to like 1,010. Allow me that. You man.
Big up Koppish as well. Big up, I love what Koppish. They were kind of like the trendsetters for me anyway. Watching Liverpool content at first, kind of thing. The last like say 4 or 5 years, and then seeing you guys. There's so many people, but today it's about the big six. So big up yourselves.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Ernie says also, once you make it, you're a natural. Appreciate. Sometimes, some of the moods I'm in. Sometimes I feel I can go against expressions. Just some of the moods I'm in. Should have. Hey, you know, when you got a chance, go to the start of the video. If you saw the wordplay, I don't even know where that came
Check out the wordplay. Check out the wordplay.
I don't even know where that came from. I can't even lie. Again, I don't even know where it came from in it. But anywho, big up everyone in the chat. G, hit me with the score predictions, bro. And the 11. Just quickly.
Score predictions. I am going for a 2-1 Arsenal win. You heard it. You heard me say it, bro.
Hey, stop. Hey, hold on. Hey. Huh?
I haven't really changed my mind in thinking that we'll go out there and win. If not a 2-1 Arsenal win, then I think it'll be 2-2 kind of thing. I don't see us winning on the weekend. I don't see us winning.
Okay.
What are you telling me?
By the way, the votes are 50-50. The poll is 50-50, by the way. Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Yeah, big up Koppish and big up Jamie Phillips as well.
Yeah, big up Jamie.
He's been flying. He has been flying since the holidays. So big up him, man. Real inspiration on there as well. Marshall's been saying this channel is slept on. It's because there's no filter, man. This channel needs to be past 8 p.m. permanently after the watershed. I said Manchester United fans are like, yeah, let's say missionary because I'm pretty.
There needs to be
I
a
even think
team
of that?
in the corner or something like.
I said Trent's got his OnlyFans link in his bio.
See,
What?
there you go.
Hey. Yeah. I would say definitely Koppish on the Pioneer thing. I'm gonna say 2-2. 2-2. I'm gonna say 2-2. I think Diaz and Jota get the goals, and I think Jesus and Martinelli get the goals for Arsenal.
I actually think Odegaard is going to get the goal for them.
Boy, Solo says 2-2. Stephen Dragon says 2-2. Philip says 2-1 Liverpool. Abda says 3-2 Arsenal win. Says we're winning this one. Says Bakar. Remy says 2-0 Liverpool win.
That'll be a good win. A 2-0 win against Arsenal will be good.
Yeah, oh, very, very. I'll take that result. I'll take a scummy 1-0, bro. I'll take a
I'll take a Nunez off his man bun last minute. I will take that, and you'll see me screaming, Nunez is my guy. How about that? How about
that? Yes, Pablo. Bro, I actually need to upload the 2K video. Shout out. Thank you, Pablo. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, for real.
I think I'd say that's a good score. Got to say, my OnlyFans been doing really well. I can afford the virtual green screen. Hey, Jamie.
Hey, stop. Hey, hold on. Hey.
Jamie's another one who needs to have 18 in his thing. Only over 18.
Jamie Phillips after dark. Don't kill me. But yeah, don't kill me. But listen. Guys, I'm gonna leave it there. I'd say I'm gonna go the exact same 11, but you swapped Darwin Nunez for Firmino. Are you saying the same? So thank you for another episode of Big Six Bands. G, where can the people find you?
Jerry James Show, Klopps Zone. I decided to create my own YouTube channel, so please just look out for that. I know. So I said, look, I've been taking too much inspiration from yourself. Like I said, Coppish. There's so many to name. Jerry, Sane, all of them. And I said, nah, man. I keep jumping on theirs. I said, I need to create my own and my own space and stuff like that. So, guys, please just look out for that. And then we're just gonna keep it pushing from there, man.
Good stuff, man. You already know where to find him. As I said, G keeping it G on Twitter and Instagram. The poll ended 48 votes, 50-50 split between
50-50.
Bobby and Darwin Nunez. So there's actually no point in doing the poll. Oh, actually,
Exactly.
there's actually no point. And then with bare votes as well, it's nearly 50 votes. So yeah. Monson G should join Jamie's Sunday show. So, bro, if I get the call up and I'm free, I'm there.
Well, this is it. I'm not getting the international call up at the moment. So when I get it, then I'm like Sancho. I'm just kind of chill on the sidelines, you know.
You know what I'm saying? A Magnum sipper. You know what I'm saying? Kenning's where it started, sort of thing.
Anyway, it started.
All right. It's been another episode of Big Six Pants. Just to big up the members as well, which is the very last step of the show. One thing I'd like to say as well is that Man City and Chelsea are playing in half an hour. So make sure you guys really do enjoy some good Champions League football. Like, I'm glad the Champs is back, man. Now that I've got my dub in the Champs, I can sit back and watch today's stuff today and just be like, yeah, cool. Say nothing. No stress.
What time Chelsea playing? Is Chelsea in half an hour, you're saying?
Yeah, Chelsea in half an hour, yeah. So big up JT, big up Solo, big up Solo's Big Six family member, big up Jamie Phillips, Marshall Ayub, Mataza, Chelsea OG, Kaz, Ricky, Aiden Andrews, John Madonka, as our Big Six Pants members, and Daniel Potter's Big Six Pants family. T-Baby is part of Big Six Gang as well. So those are our members of Big Six Pants. Call-in shows soon come this weekend as well. It's been another episode of Big Six Pants. Thank you so much, everyone. We've hit 2.2K, another milestone. Hold on a minute. We don't need this. We don't need this anymore. Sorry. Let's change that. Let's change that quickly. And that's the new one there. That's the new sticker there. Sorry, had that up for a bit too long. I'm gonna go play Apex. Hold it. Well done. And James says I made 7K on my OnlyFans. Hey, Jimmy, stop. Big up everyone on the panel and in the chat. We'll see you in the next one. Man. Jesus.